Yo, it's been a while since we heard Clawfinger. This is Warfair. I heard years ago. Do What I Say, I think was what it was called. It had like a child singing the chorus. Someday everyone's gonna do what I say. That was actually pretty dope. But this comes from Matt. Appreciate you. If you guys have any questions, just click that. Let's do this. Clawfinger. Strange band name. Still kind of odd. A Clawfinger? I guess it's like a cleft or something. A talon. Ooh. Let me just hear that intro riff again. There's a Korn song that sounds a hell of a lot like that. Except the Korn one I think has like a really strong bass to it. Like at the end of every bar is like boom. It's like a big booming bass sound added to it. But I think the riff is goddamn close. If not the same. You know, I don't know which came first. It's not Blind, but it's from the Blind era, I think. So old, really old Korn song. Sounds a lot like that. And it's not one of their big songs. Or I would know it immediately. But this is a Korn song. Holy shit. Or at least it's extremely close. Boom. Boom. Crazy. Let's go.
Do you know how it feels to be down in the dirt with a bullet in your breast and blood on your shirt? Lying in a blood pool down in a pit, covered with the corpse and the blood and the shit.
Yeah.
How does it feel to have a gun at your head when you know that you'd be much better off dead? Looking right down through the barrel of a gun. Don't try to tell me that you think it's fun. Praying for your mercy, don't say you see the light. What difference does it make if the good Lord's right? At the end of the war, the survivors are none. Because a war is a loss, a war can't be won. You're just another soldier and you're doing the dying. You're a symbol of a nation, so boy, stop crying. Hero of a war, such a man so brave. The medal's worth nothing when you're lying in your grave. Marching into history, marching into war. Marching into misery, you function as a war. Marching into history, marching into war.
Kind of has a style, cadence-wise, vocally, of a little bit of Faith No More, right? This probably came out around the same time because there was this genre of music that was kind of strange. Like, I'm not even sure what this genre would technically be called. It's some subgenre of rock, of course, but don't know the exact title. But late 80s, early 90s, this was a real fucking thing that kind of took over for a brief period of time with Faith No More being a big part of that. Kind of sounds a little like them.
Our job is to give you that fighting will. So get off your knees and stand straight like a man. Do I have to tell you twice to make you understand? Freedom has a price and the price is blood. So chase a motherfucker right down in the mud. Marching into history, marching into war. Marching into misery, you function as a whore.
Damn.
Marching into history, marching into war. Marching into history, marching into war. Marching into misery, you function as a whore.
So similar to Faith No More.
Even ask what you're fighting for. Just search and destroy. Never question a lie. You don't want to bite the bullet, boy. You don't want to die. Don't try to tell me that you couldn't kill a man. That's a load of fucking bullshit, boy. I know you can.
Thanks.
Marching into history, marching into war. Marching into misery, function as a war. Marching into history, marching into war. Marching into history, marching into war.
This is catchy as shit, by the way. Very catchy.
Marching into misery, function as a war.
It's good stuff, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. So many thoughts went through my head in that song. Again, the first thing was after hearing that intro, like, holy shit, that sounds like a Korn song I've heard before. I assume this came first, based on, well, I'm thinking about the Faith No More era, I'll just call it that, but there was this genre like this, that they were kind of, it's kind of an older genre. Korn probably came a little later, a few years later. So, I assume Korn probably, I mean, it could just be a fucking coincidence. There are only so many notes on a fucking guitar or bass that you can really do, you know what I'm saying? So, not saying anyone copied anyone, but easily as an inspiration or just a fucking coincidence. I just think it sounds fucking similar. I can't think of the name of the song. It's not one of their big ones. And I haven't heard any of the old Korn albums in a long time because I'm trying to save all the old ones I've heard before for like a me and Andrew, like a redo, like a reaction video and do the whole album and just see how it's aged. So I haven't heard any of the old stuff in a long, long time. But I don't know the name of the song, but it's something from that era. So yeah, good stuff. Just Korn tweaked it a little bit. But yeah, a good song, man. And at first, when I heard the chorus, when the chorus first happened, I was like, I like the chorus better in the other Clawfinger I heard. Do What I Say. But by the halfway point of this song, I was jamming to the chorus. It's one of those stupid things where this is one of those choruses that gets drilled into your brain, and you're like, By the end, I could have done another 45 seconds of just the chorus on repeat. Very catchy the way he's kind of rapping around the vocal. Good stuff. Clawfinger, Warfair, and one of the better anti-war songs of this era. The 70s and 60s had amazing anti-war songs. Amazing. But 90s and stuff, a lot of them felt kind of reaching or preachy. Yeah, this is just it did what it sent the message it wanted to send while still being catchy as shit. That's a successful song. Let me know what you guys think down below. Clawfinger, Warfair, if you are still here. Do I want to go on a Google deep dive to find the fucking song or see if I'm just the only idiot who thinks that? I kind of want to do a deep dive. Feel free to hit X. This should only take a minute though. If nothing pops up, then I'm an idiot. Clawfinger. Warfair. Korn. See if he pops up. So now first, nothing. Just Clawfinger songs. Whatever. Slide down just a little. The first fucking thing, it's Reddit, so could just be another psychopath like myself. Was Ball Tongue main riff stolen? Ha! Maybe. Check out Warfare by Clawfinger. So maybe it's Ball Tongue. Yeah, whoa, I haven't heard that song in fucking ages. Forgot that song existed. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows the truth? We'll never know. Not that it's a bad thing. Again, there's only so many notes people can play on a guitar or any instrument. People that sue other artists, unless it's an obvious, you stole a whole instrumental or an obvious sample. If it's just a riff, bro, that could have just been, it could have just been an accident. You know, I mean, it really could. But this is probably just, probably an inspiration. If you are still here, you are a real one. So at least there's one other crazy fuck that thought of it. I just couldn't think of the name of the song.